All right. I guess for today, the excitement is just able to put on the jersey, be around the fellas again, and talk about tomorrow. That's when our training camp begins. Like you said, it's a process, it's a journey, and we all have a focus and goal. And we'll figure it out tomorrow how we're gonna get there.
Yeah, I'm just excited to get the process started. I feel like we made a lot of positive steps last season with the group we had. Obviously, with the addition of Kawhi and Paul and the other guys, we really feel like we have an opportunity to do something special here in the city of Los Angeles. So, starting camp tomorrow, we look forward to getting that going.
There and conversated with them, but it's a good group of talent that went. I wasn't really able to see them play against each other, but he did a great job getting a lot of trainers together, elite trainers and the elite, players that were there and putting them through drills. I'm not sure what they did, throughout the whole day. I was up there for about an hour or two, just talking to Kobe, bouncing ideas.
I would love to. Hopefully, God willing, I can get through a season healthy. And when that time comes, I would love to be a part of the Olympics and represent. But this comes first, obviously, and getting through this year, giving everything into this year, and hopefully by June, we the last team standing, and I'll deal with it at that point. Don't really matter if we go all the way, and as long as I'm healthy. When I get to that point and I'm healthy, I'm in. I want to be a part of that group.
And last one was Mark.
Paul, Mark Wicker from Southern California News Group. How much have you envisioned with this team?
I'm super excited. Anyone who's been around me the last couple of years, dealing with the knee injury. The city has opened its arms to me, accepted me for who I am, allowed me to be myself, and I have nothing but love for the city, man. I just want to, with that contract, I want to do as much as giving back as I possibly can, and I think the city deserves it.
Let's go.
Harper and MJ and Scottie Pippen. So what are your goals or your expectations on the defensive side this year?
I think it will be hard this year, of course. We're not the surprising Clippers that we were last year. You're surprising people. People know exactly who we are, the targets on our back. So we're going to get everyone's best punch. It's up to us to be ready day in and day out. Defensively is going to take care of itself. We've been playing defense since we were a small child, so that won't change. Now it's just time to get to work. That's all.
But my heart was here. I just love the culture, my teammates, just the way we fight, and just get through adversity.
Ever since I got traded, the front office was saying they want me back for the future, and they think I can be a big part of the
period of time, especially defensively. How do you adjust? Maybe changing your body. How do you adjust to stay on the court?
I'm still working on my sky hook, and I'm just waiting for a chance to use it because it's not an easy shot, and I was not playing a lot for the last 3 years, so I didn't want to use my time on the court to shoot a sky hook, and because that wouldn't end up well. So now when I know what my role is, and I'm gonna have more constant minutes. I think this year might be the year when it's the team around those stars. Over there, we had a lot of young guys and a lot of guys, like a lot of new guys who never played together, and it was a different kind of feel. But this year, it's just we got the same group of the players around the two stars, and all experienced veterans, and I think it's a whole different feeling. Like I feel like we can win a championship. It's just about knowing your teammates and knowing their angles and where they like to play.
One more. So on the chemistry tip, Rodney Magruder was with you guys in the first round of the playoffs, even though he wasn't on the active roster. What does that say about this group?
Rodney, he's a hard worker. Coming in, he was always talking, even though he wasn't playing. He was always a part of the team, and just giving us tips on the game, when we playing and during the game. So he was always a part of the team.
Yeah, Rodney, he was getting in every day like we did, and he was working hard even though he couldn't play with us, and he was always on the bench supporting us, so he felt like a part of the team from the day one.
All right, guys.
Go in those preseason intense workouts you guys have had. But what has he brought, despite not really being out there on the court with you guys for some of that 5-on-5 runs? Is there something he's helped out with?
I would just say just his presence. He's had that playoff experience. So just his knowledge and it's just him being there for real. Sometimes guys don't have to do anything, but just their presence in the room, you kind of feel them and you feel their support. And you know that they're there for you, and we all just excited for one another.
Yeah, I would say his presence is the biggest thing. You see him getting better every day, him grinding. At the same time, you're doing the same thing, but his presence, being able to watch, being able to talk, it's been a great experience for those guys.
Rodney, Jerome, thank you.
Passing up opportunities, chances to shoot, having conversations with coaching staff and other fellow teammates. But I'm gradually getting back to it, as we go through training camp, get shooting on my mind rather than trying to make the next playing pass.
All right, so
You got the mic.
hi guys, welcome to LA, both of you. It's Miriam Swanson, Southern California News Group. Patrick, I know you're a big movie guy. Wondering if you're gonna take advantage of the proximity to the business of Hollywood to kind of advance that part of your life at all?
Try to have a balance of both. Obviously, the number one focus is basketball. Number one focus is to win a championship. So that's my main thing. But try to find, some time to have opportunities to, have conversations with people in that world who can help me.
See you play. It means everything, just who he is, him being able to acknowledge my game and what I bring to the table means a lot to me. I talk to him, often every time he comes to the gym, just give me little pointers, stuff that I need to do to get better. So it's just amazing to have a guy like that around.
Spacing of the floor or the pace of the game, even though it's not to the degree of NBA and NBA season, especially even in the playoffs, it's good to get a little taste of it just because, guys, it's much different in college. The offenses are different, different roles. So to be a part of that and have a decent summer league with my teammates, it was really fun to, build that more chemistry because in college, we ran different offenses. In the NBA, we ran something differently. So it was kind of cool to get that gel.
For me, I learned a whole new position. I came from playing, on the wing most of the time to summer league, having the ball in my hands, having to run the team, know guys' tendencies on my team, know where they like the ball, know what they do. So it was just a lot of learning, also in summer league. So that's what I really had to take in, just kind of finding, what I do best and excelling at that position.
Was Doc isn't really, he does care about offense, but make a mistake on offense, he's not really, adamant on that. It's mostly on the defensive end. If you lack on defense, mess up on the coverage, that's when Doc kind of turns up a little bit. So you get that freedom on offense, but you have to bring it back to him on defense. So that's something I appreciate because Coach Ham back in college had the similar philosophy.
For me, just playing point guard now, just be the turnovers. Vets told me, he doesn't like turnovers. I don't think any coach does, but just being able to, watch that and not turn the ball over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody likes turnovers. Anyone else here?
When I'm around him, he likes to listen to music a lot.
What kind of music?
He likes a lot of rap, he listens to Gunna, probably. Well, Fee is interesting. Let me tell y'all a little story about Fee. He'll get songs and he'll look up the lyrics and read them and learn them. So he knows like every lyric to every song that he likes, and he listens to it over and over and over. So I had to get used to that, like of him coming in the room playing the same song again. I'm like, yo. So I'm used to it now. So I just, listen to it with him, act like I like it with him, get him all happy. But nah.